Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching. So today I'll be doing a tutorial of this makeup look, which is inspired by the makeup that Sandra Bullock wore to this year's Oscars. And what I loved about it was that it was this neutral glamorous smoky eye, but it just had this pop of blue on the lower waterline and lash line to accentuate the navy gown that she was wearing. So I thought it was really pretty, and I tweeted it on my Twitter. My link would be down below, and I will also have the inspiration pictures on my blog, which will also be linked down below. So I hope you like this look. I had a little bit of a glitch at the start of the tutorial, which you will see, but hopefully it worked out. But yeah, if you'd like to see how to create this look, then just keep watching. So I've been doing a tutorial and I just realised that the camera wasn't even recording, so I am so freaked right now. But I'm just going to work it out. We're going to work with it. I'm going to show you what I've done. Nothing too complicated, but while I was doing it, I was doing a lot of blending and stuff, so I really don't want to take it off and start again. So obviously I've already done one eye, and I've started this eye. So I'm really sorry that I already have stuff on this eye, but I'm going to show you exactly what I've done. So the first thing I did was take a pencil brush like this, and I took, where's it gone? From the Sleek Storm palette, I took this gold right here. It's like a muted gold. See, this one is more of a goldy gold. This is like a nudie gold. So I took a little bit of this, just demonstrate it for you again. Put it in the inner corner and pulled it up onto the lid. And I pulled it up about halfway. Then I took a blending brush like this, and I went into this nudes palette from H&M, and I took this like nude greyish colour, and I just dusted that over the colour I put on. And the reason I did this was because Sandra's inner corner highlight wasn't very shimmery, it wasn't very highlighty, it was just kind of a light, kind of a nude, slightly shimmery colour. So I just wanted to tone down that shimmeriness of the gold I put on, just to tone it down a little bit. For my lid then, I took a flat shader brush like this and Smog, which is this colour from the Urban Decay Naked palette. I applied that to most of the lid, starting from the centre, pulled outwards, and then blended it into that lighter colour. So basically most of the lid. Then I just flipped over my brush and I went into Dark Horse, which is right next to it here. It's like a dark brown with gold shimmering. And I just picked up a little bit of that on the brush and then just patted it onto the outer corner, just a little bit, just to deepen up that outer corner, and then started to pull it in to blend it in with the smog that I just put down. Just on the lid there. And then moving into the crease, I took a crease brush and took a little bit of that Dark Horse and started working it into the crease. So just right into the crease and pulling up slightly. I don't want to add too much more colour because I don't want it to become too dark and too intense as opposed to this eye. Then with the same brush I just took a touch, literally a touch of creep here, and applied that. I'm not going to do it now because I don't want to keep adding. But applied that to the outer corner of the crease, not right into the fold where I applied the Dark Horse and pulled up, just where you can see it when my eyes are open. So I just applied that to the outer half, say, and sort of blended it in and up. Then what I did was to help soften that, if you go a little bit overboard with the darkness, I went back to that muted kind of grey colour, took a little bit of that and dusted it over the top. It's quite sheer, so it doesn't completely blank it out or anything or mess it up. And then, as a kind of a transition colour, I went into Book, which is this colour here. It's a nice warm brown, and I went out around the edge of the dark colours I just did to blend them out and to create some warmth on the edge, and to pull up the colour a little bit more. I have a lot more space between my lid and my brow than Sandra, so I didn't want to have too much of a blank space between the colour and my brow. So I'm pulling up the colour a little bit higher. And basically that is us caught up. So I hope that was an okay explanation and demonstration of what I've done so far. So now we're going to move down to the lower waterline, and I'm taking a blue pencil. This is from Rimmel and it is called Royal Blue. Just a blue eyeliner, and I'm going to apply that to the lower waterline. And then for the lower lash line I'm taking a pencil brush. You could use the same one as in the inner corner, but I had to keep them clean while I was doing this side. And I'm going to take the Dark Horse, which is that dark colour we first used in the crease, and run that along the lower lash line. And then going into the creep and taking a touch of that. So similar to what we did in the crease, just for the lower lash line. I'm going right up close to the lash roots. And the reason I used creep was because when I did zoom up, she had like a very dark navy kind of colour smoked out in the lower lash line. So that's why I'm using creep, and that's why I also used a touch of it through the crease, and I'll be using it on the top lash line too. And I'm just going to pull a little bit of that up to meet where it starts into the crease. Now, sticking with that colour and moving on to an angled brush, I'm going to take that and apply it to my top lash line as my liner. Nothing too dramatic or anything, just to add some definition. I couldn't find any pictures of her looking down or anything. There was one just straight on and one kind of from the side. They were both pretty good quality. So I could zoom in and just try and work out what was on the lid, because she had lashes on, so that kind of covered up a little bit of the eyeshadow. So I'm not exactly sure what she had as liner. I think it was something kind of soft, using a shadow maybe. Then I'm just going to curl my lashes and apply some mascara. Now, depending on how curly your lashes are already, you might prefer not to curl your lashes before you apply false lashes, because if you already have curly lashes and you curl them even more, sometimes it's difficult to get the lashes to sit down onto the lash line. But my lashes aren't very curly, so if I don't, I'll have my false set and then my real lashes kind of stick out and don't blend into the false ones. So I like to do that. Taking a little bit of mascara and just giving it a coat. And then also a little bit on the lower lash line. So for lashes, I'm going to be using lashes that look like these. I'm just going to trim them a little bit. The number 415s, they're just generic, they don't have a brand on them. But I will leave a link to where I got them on my blog, where I list all the products I use. So I just carefully take them off with the tweezers, and then I'm going to trim them. I already trimmed the other one, so I know how much to take off. And then when I trim lashes, I like to keep the outer pieces that I cut off, because you can use them then as almost like cluster lashes to use on the outer corner and stuff. So put them aside and keep them. And for glue, I like to use the clear duo glue. I hold it and just kind of give it a wave around to help it dry a little bit. You want to hold on to your tweezers tight though if you're doing that, because you don't want them to go flying. So while I'm holding those in my left hand, I'm going to take an angled brush, and this is a different one to the one I use on the lash line, and a matte brown, the dark matte brown there next to the black from the Sleek palette, and run that through my brows. So you can use whatever you like to use through your brows. So now that these are starting to get tacky, I'm just going to drop them down onto the lash line. So while they're drying, I'm just going to take my foundation brush and go over the foundation that I've done. By the way, I hadn't done this on camera anyway. This is, I done my foundation before I thought I started filming. So you haven't missed out on that. I just applied Kat Von D's Lock-It Tattoo foundation. The only thing about it though is that I find that it does settle into lines. Especially say like now if I do it first and then do my eyes where I'm raising my eyebrows a lot. I find that it'll settle into my forehead lines. So I'm just going over just to smooth it out. Then I'm taking some Studio Fix powder on a big powder brush and setting that into place. You're just not going to go up too high there because I just realised I forgot to do under eye concealer. So I'm taking my Healthy Mix Concealer by Bourjois. I'm actually just going to take a wipe and just clean off anything that's on my fingers and then use my ring fingers to apply it. I'm going back in with my powder, just setting under there. Just going to squish it a little bit to fit under the eye. Now that my lashes are dry, I'm just going to go back to the angled brush that I used on the lash line and take just a touch of the matte black and run it over the band of the lashes. Because even though it is clear, it's kind of shiny, so it does show up a little bit. For her blush then, she had a very natural nudie peachy colour, so I'm going to be taking this peach colour here. It's just a matte peachy colour and it's from the Natural collection, and I believe it is Peach Melba. So I'm using a Real Techniques blush brush and just applying that to the lower apple of the cheek. Hello? Facebook. So for the lips, Sandra wore a very nude colour on the lips. I'm going to be taking Rimmel's lipstick, one of the Kate Moss lipsticks, and it's in the number 3. Just looks like that. And then to lighten that up just a little bit, I'm going to take some Myth by MAC. And that is the finished look, inspired by the makeup that Sandra Bullock wore to this year's Oscars. So I'll just give you a close-up of the eyes. So it's a nice kind of glamorous, neutral, smoky eye, but just with that pop of blue in the waterline. You wouldn't even notice it from far away too much. So it's a great one if you're wearing a navy or a blue dress or outfit. So that is it. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give a thumbs up by clicking the like button that's down below. I'll have a full list of all the products I used on my blog, which will be linked down below. So definitely check that out, and thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!